To Rosa Hart, it's been a while since we've done this thing. This day you'll regret. After I'd gone to get the flowers of Entombment and run into Yuri. Having made it back to the castle with no one seeing, we literally in the courtyard. I have to go back to my room. I know that, but I don't want to say goodbye. You know, both of us start to speak at the same time. What are you going to say? No, you go first. It wasn't very important. Me neither. Perhaps he would tell me to go back to my room. I didn't say prepare myself for the possible, but I was wrong. So thankful. It looks like nothing happened here at the castle while we were gone. Yeah. Once more, a thick silence falls over us. Yuri again scratches at his head and then lets out a frustrated sigh. This is stupid. Huh? Rose, let's just talk about something. Yeah, what's wrong with a brother and sister talking to each other? I want to talk to you. Unless you don't want to. Yuri glance at me was clear and distant. No, I do. You're right. Let's talk. That's right. We were brother and sister after all. Surely no one could fault us for having a conversation. Yuri smiles happy and sat on the veil. I took a seat next to him and slight distance away. Those flowers really suit you. Yuri looked at the flowers I was holding with a smile. Really? Thanks. I feel like I might give those same ones to you before sometime. Yeah, maybe. The ones who had given me these flowers was my real brother. Yuri now is parent of those memories. Might not have been able to tell the difference. Sorry, actually my memory has been really weak lately. I'm getting old too fast. Yuri gives a bitter smile. Your memory's weak? Yeah, it's only very recent card, but there were a lot of things I can't seem to remember very well. Like what? Like the night Far got hurt, for instance. That has been the night Yuri had been summoned into this world. The first thing I remember is you collapsing on the ground in front of me. Wherever I was doing before that, I just can't make myself remember. Do you know, Rose, what I was doing? It was no surprise that he couldn't remember. At the time, my brother had already been dead. I do, but I can't tell you. Why not? Yuri looked at me suspiciously. There's a good reason, but someday I'll tell you. Can you just wait a little longer? Sure, I guess so. Yuri nods in agreement. This really was a mess. The whole situation was gone wrong. I felt bad for Yuri, as well as for my real brother. But I bit my lip. I just didn't want to see anyone else die. For that purpose, we need the strength of these heroes who I have summoned here. It was because of their coming that the castle is supposed to be destroyed still stood tall today. Hey, Rose. What? We're going to win this war no matter what. We will win. So don't look so worried. Yuri slowly reaches out his hand and touches my cheek. Trust me. Trust your brother. My memory might be poor, but my fight skills are as good as ever. I know that. Thanks, Yuri. There couldn't have been words I would have been more grateful to hear at this moment. Roki? Yes, my princess. The clan Roru clan. What's a weird name? So that's our enemy? Yes, they are sworn enemies of this family. Of course, that's all from 100 years in the past. Thanks to our founding fathers' descent of their clan, we are now abiding together in peace. Then the fight is over? Yes, let's hope so. Even if there is a fight, I'll always protect you, Rose, so don't worry. What a good brother you are. Was that a dream? I dreamed of my real family and began telling of our history with our sworn enemy, the Riku. That really takes me back. It had only been a few years ago, but it's already seemed like the far past. I really can't remember their faces or their voices. Even in my dreams, I can't remember my real father and brother. Even their voices, which I heard as long as I woke up, I could no longer recall. All that remained was the firm memory of our conversation. But why did I dream about that? I heard a crow call from outside my window. There was no one who could answer my question. That morning, the end in the castle was fabricated. Noticing the uproar as I got dressed, I hurried out of my room. I stopped a handmaid hurried down the corridor. What's going on? Did something happen? Princess, I was just on my way to find you. The maid gasped and then took a deep breath. Sarhan has taken ill. What? Herb? I don't care. I ran to Herb's room. When I arrived, the others were already there. How is he? Yuri looked up and shook his head. None shorts. Sick as he is, I was surprised he lasted this long. At Nan's words, I felt my chest cling. Sick? My real fiancé had died of illness. And now, was Herb too about to lose his life the same way? What do you mean? Herb, how long have you been? I ran over Herb's bed and purred at his face. He was unconscious, struggling to breathe, his forehead sweating. Rose, why are you talking about? We know he was sick for a long time. After he spoke, Yuri tilted his head confused. Huh? We did know, right? Yuri looks unsure as he grinned at Madison. Yeah, I think so. The two men exchange a brief glance, and Norm Slayton oddly smiles. How bad is he? When I asked the doctor standing off to the side, he answered in grief, solemn voice. He may have a few days. Tonight will be certain. So soon. All the strength left my legs. So he was going to die, just like my fiancé. Though it was the fault of my false memories, I felt a heartless and cruel woman. Our fiancé had died, and yet I've been only thinking about Yuri. Hun hasn't appeared to us to be sick. Maybe that was he put on those was the faith he put on those around himself. If only I've been closer to him, maybe I would have noticed sooner. Rose. As I started to come onto ground, Yuri held me. He opened his eyes, and at once everyone's eyes flew to Herb. I ran back over to him. Herb appeared to be in a setting of half conscious. His eyes fall onto everyone gathered around his bed and turned. His foggy gaze stopped on me. After staring at me for a long moment, he looked at Yuri and exposed me from behind. Then his lips parted. I have a strategy for you. His voice was weak. Yuri looked strong. Herb, what are you saying? You need to rest. Everyone but Yuri and Madison, please leave the room and hurry. I don't have much time. The page and men rushed out. The doctor bows and then left. Herb turns around me and I stood, ready to leave. Please don't worry. We will defeat the demons. Herb, I'm actually grateful that you gave me a place to die. Huh? What on earth did he mean? I wanted to ask, but I knew there was no time for that. Ooh. Back in the room, the curtain appeared continued. The only ones who remained with Herb were the military comrades. I did not know what kind of strategy Herb was giving them, but it was taking quite a while. Unable to go far, I stood in the hallway for a long, long time. Princess, please return your course. You'll catch a chill out here. No, I want to wait. You may all be dismissed. I do not need any company. Princess, please, I want to be alone. Understanding the maid left my side, I could see her from the corner of my eyes at the distance. I couldn't do anything as long as I stayed here. I knew that, but I could not make myself go. I kept my eyes on the screen door and whispered under my breath towards my chest. Did Herb get sick because I brought him here? Is it because he took the place of my ill fiancé? Well, now, that's a very good question. The curtain responds it was some, but it lingered on my hasty nerves. Don't play games with me. Give me an answer or I'll smash you into a million pieces. The dagger becomes flustered. No, please no. Besides, if you do that, this wish of yours will be destroyed as well. I'm telling the truth. I am the sorcerer of this miracle. If you break me, there will be nothing. Fine. Then I'll bury you in the ground in one piece, or I'll throw you in a lake. I'm sure the fish will have their fun with you until you're completely rusted through. Ew. The dagger lets out a teasing scream, and then Hurry answers, Okay, I get it. I'll answer you. Or rather, I would if I could, but I simply do not know. You think you're going to get away with playing dumb with me? Oh, of course not. But all I have done is summon those men to trace them with old memories. As far as the illness, well, that's too difficult for a small demon. Well, was he telling the truth? Even if he did know the answer, I knew that he wasn't going to share it with me. Okay, then what's about this? What happens if the people surrounding this world die here? Will they die, or will live on their old worlds? That's an easy one. Even I know that. If they die here, they die forever. The dagger voice around, full of delight. I felt all the blood gathered from my body. Until then, I haven't feared the dagger. I thought of him as a silly little demon, amusing even. But he was, in the end, a demon, the same as a horrible one knew surround this castle. What's wrong? I thought I heard voices. The screen door opened and Yuri came out. Yuri, is Herb? He's still unconscious. Yuri glanced to the doctor standing off to his side in the hall. Anyway, like he said, tonight is a certain, so we will stay here with him a while longer. You should go back, Rose. Yuri looked at me, clinging tight to his arm with surprise. This is all my fault. It's my fault that Herb's going to... Forgetting about my fiancé, had the demon make Herb trade places with him. And now I'm forced to him to die in his place, surrounded by strangers. No matter which way you thought of it, it was all my fault. Herb, I was unable to hold back the tears and streamed down my face. Rose, Yuri watched me sadly. It was not an hour later that Herb breathed his last breath. They said tonight was the certain point, but he hadn't been held out that long. That was fun. Peace, guys.